Hi guys and welcome back. So today I have a different type of video for you. It's 5 recipes. There are 5 easy Easter treats which you can make and share with your friends and family this Easter time. So let's get into it. So for the cream egg brownies you will need these ingredients. I will leave the weights and measures in the description down below, so check them out along with the oven temperatures. To start this recipe off, over a bowl of some room water you'll want to put in your butter, all of your chopped up chocolate. You will then want to allow that to melt slightly before stirring it, and then you'll want to mix it until there's no traces of any butter or chocolate. The mixture will be completely smooth. Once the mixture is melted and smooth, you will then want to set aside and allow to cool. Into a mixing bowl with the whisk attachment, you'll want to add your eggs and all of your sugar, and then whisk on a medium to high speed until the mixture has doubled in volume. The mixture will become a pale yellowish colour. Once it's doubled in volume and lightly coloured, you should be able to pull the balloon whisk out and do an R, which is the ribbon stage. You will then want to add your egg mixture to your chocolate, but make sure that your chocolate is cool enough first. You will then want to fold in the egg mixture into the chocolate. You'll want to do this as delicately as possible so you don't lose any volume while mixing. Be sure to scrape the bottom, as there's always some chocolate left at the very bottom. The next stage is to add your flour and cocoa powder. You don't have to sift it, but I find you get a better result. So sift that in, and then you'll want to mix that in, being careful not to over mix because it will create a tough texture and you'll knock out some of that volume. Once your dry ingredients have been well incorporated, there will be no traces of the flour or cocoa powder, and the mixture will look very chocolatey. You will then want to transfer the batter into a lined 8x8 cake tin and bake at the required temperatures, which I'll leave in the description down below. So these brownies need cream eggs. You will need 3 whole cream eggs and you'll want to cut them in half. I do suggest having a bowl of hot water so you can clean the knife off in between each cut. I used a serrated knife and this is what happened, but I also had a smooth edge knife and the same result happened. Once your brownies have been baking for 20 minutes, you'll then want to place the cream eggs on top. You can do whatever formation you want, but I just put mine so that I could cut 6 slices out later on. Here is what they look like once they are out the oven. You'll want them to cool completely before cutting. You will then want to slice these up once they are completely cool. I'm using a serrated bread knife, but you can use whatever knife you have, and you should get 6 slices from this. They are very big portions, so you could halve these and get half a cream egg in each portion. So these are the cream egg brownies. I hope you enjoyed. The first thing you'll want to do is get your mug or cup of choice and fill it almost to the top with your milk of choice. You will then want to empty the milk from the cup or mug into a saucepan on a low to medium heat. add in one cut up cream egg, and then you'll want to mix that until it's completely melted with no traces of the chocolate or fondant filling. This will only take a couple of minutes to melt completely. Take your time in doing this so you don't burn or scald the milk. Once the cream egg is completely melted, you will then want to transfer the milk mixture back into the cup or mug of choice. You will then want to top with some cream. I'm using a can of cream, but you could use freshly whipped cream if you wanted. I then just top with some chocolate sprinkles, but for an Easter touch you could add marshmallows or a cream egg on top. Here are all the ingredients you'll need for your mini egg cookies. I will leave the weights and measures in the description down below. To start this recipe off, you will want to put all of your butter into the bowl, along with all of your sugar, and then you'll want to beat that on a medium-high speed until everything is well combined and lighter in colour. Once that's achieved, you will want to add an egg, and this will make the mixture looser, which looks like this, but don't worry, you'll add your dry ingredients which will bring the mixture together. Don't forget to scrape down the sides of your bowl. Once scraped down, you will then want to add your dry ingredients and mix them in just until the dough is formed. Be careful not to overmix, as it's really easy to do at this stage. Once you see a dough form, you'll then want to add in all of your mini eggs and just mix them in to combine. And as always, you'll then want to scoop, using a cookie scoop, all of your balls of cookie dough onto a tray. You can line yours with parchment if it's non-stick. With the leftover mini eggs I had, I placed them on top of some of the cookies, not all of them. This is optional, you don't have to do this, as you will get mini eggs in all of it anyway. Here is what they look like once they are baked. I will leave the oven temperature in the description down below, so don't worry. And here they are, cooling on cooling racks, along with the brownies. If you want to make the Rice Krispies, I already have a recipe up on my channel. I will leave a link for that either on screen or in the description down below, so check that out if you're interested. Using my usual recipe, I used a 9x13 pan and spread them out pretty well and left them to chill completely. I then got various Easter cutters. I had 2 bunnies and a set of eggs, and I just cut out all the various shapes that I could with the Rice Krispies. I then got some melted white chocolate. I put it into a piping bag with a nozzle, as my piping bags had holes in the bottom, and then just drizzled it over the Rice Krispie treats to add a bit of an effect and for some taste. I then added some white non-perils. This stage is completely optional, but I thought it added something to it. So for this recipe you'll need hot cross buns, and if you want a recipe for those I'll leave a link in the description down below, so check that out if you're interested. To start with, you'll want to get around 7 hot cross buns and then using a knife cut them up into large chunks, or you can just tear them up, whichever you find easiest. You'll want to put all of your bread into a large bowl as you will be mixing in this later on. So if you're interested in making this, I will leave all weights and measures for the ingredients down below, along with oven temperatures and times. To start the mixing process, you'll want to put your fruit and spices with your bread and mix them together just to combine them. This is just to give it a mix up, but don't worry, it'll all be completely mixed up shortly. You will then want to pour your milk all over the bread, coating as much of it as possible, as this will make it a bit easier when you come in to get your hands in there and squidge it all together. This is the best way to mix it. There's no point getting a machine because it won't do the same job, plus why use a machine when you can use your hands? Once you feel that the mixture is as well combined as possible, so there's no traces of any dry bread, you will then want to add in your 2 eggs and your brown sugar. And you will then just want to again get your hands in there and mix it up. It will look and feel disgusting, but the smell is great and the end result is even better. Once your eggs and sugar are completely incorporated, you will then want to add in all of your melted butter and mix that in using a spatula or a spoon, as the butter may still be slightly warm. Once you can see that the butter is fully incorporated into your mixture, you will then want to get your line tin ready and pour your mixture in. I'm not using a line tin as this is a non-stick tin and a loose bottom. Don't worry if your mixture is loose, it's supposed to be. Level it out as best you can and then bake and allow to cool completely. Here is what it looks like once it's fresh out of the oven. It smells amazing. Once it's completely cool, you'll then want to cut it into squares. As you may be able to see, mine is slightly dark on the sides, so that's why I suggest lining your tin. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more content from me. Check out my social media links, I'll leave them on screen and in the description down below. And let me know which of the videos were your favourite and what other suggestions you may have for the future. Have a very happy Easter and I'll see you next week with another video. Bye guys.